Hi, I'm Tyson Franklin and welcome to this week's video, which I have titled Think Like a Patient. But I've actually shot two videos today. I've already uploaded one to my YouTube channel, Tyson E. Franklin, and it is titled Information Overload. So if you haven't seen that one yet, you might already be on YouTube watching this. Go back one video and you'll see the one about information overload. So let's get on to today's topic, which is Think Like a Patient. Now, what do I mean by this? Think about other healthcare providers that you may see, whether it's a physio, it could be a chiropractor, it could be your GP, it could be a surgeon, it doesn't matter who it is. Think of all the other healthcare providers that you actually see as a patient. What is it that you actually want from them? Really stop and think about that. The first thing you want is you want them to be up to date. You want them to be current. You want them attending events. You want them doing continuing education. And I know that in the podiatry profession, we have a minimum 20 hours of continual professional development each year. I tell you, 20 hours is bullshit. If you're only doing the minimum or just scraping through and you're attending a last minute conference just to get your 20 hours up, you are kidding yourself. It should be so easy to get 20 hours and way beyond 20 hours. It should be something you're constantly doing. If you were going to see a surgeon who was doing brain surgery on you, how would you feel if they said, I've done my 20 hours, I snuck a conference in right towards the end just to get my hours up, and that's all I've done my whole career? Would you feel confident about them operating on your brain, or do you think they should be doing more? And I think every patient expects a certain level of competence and they want you to stay up to date. They also want you to be able to communicate well, which I think is important. They want to be able to hear something from you, the information from you, you put in plain English, and it's very easy to understand. It's not overcomplicated, and they want to be guided. But when I'm a patient, I want to be told what it is that I need to do next. Don't leave the choice up to me. One of the things I really hate hearing from any healthcare professional, especially chiropractors and physios, just see how that goes and get back in touch with me. I know exactly how it's going to go. It's probably going to be crap next week, but I'll get busy because I don't have an appointment made, and 1 week will turn into a month, which will turn to 6 months. That's what usually happens. So guide the patient next. That's what they want. They want you to stay up to date. They want you to communicate well, and they want you to guide them onto what is actually next. The other thing that they want is they don't want a cookie cutter approach to the treatment plan that you're going to give them. They want it to be more specific. Now, I talk a lot about, and this is what I spoke in the other video about, creating treatment journeys for patients. Now, one of your treatment journeys may be orthotics. However, you don't just give them any orthotic. You don't just give them an off-the-shelf orthotic. Put some thought into what type of orthotic would be best for that patient, what type of design. Be very specific and make sure what you're doing isn't just a cookie cutter approach that I just do the same thing for every patient and you're just going through the motions. Patients want more than that. If I was seeing any healthcare professional, I want them to really think about me as a person and an individual and what is the best thing for me. And the last thing that I think is really important if you want to think like a patient is you want to know your healthcare provider cares. You want to know that regardless of what treatment they've done, what path you've gone down, what information they've given to you, that they care. So I think it's really important to follow up with patients how they're going. Regardless of the treatment you've put in place, even if they have not got back in touch with you because you said, hey, just see how that goes and get back in touch with me. If they haven't got back in touch with you, reach out to them, whether it's an email, whether you have your receptionist call on your behalf and just see how they're doing. Don't just leave it in their hands or leave it to them to get back to you. So me as a patient, if my physio said to me, hey, just see how that goes, and I know I'm probably going to forget to make an appointment, I would love to know that after a couple of weeks, they've called me and said, hey, Tyson, we want to know how it's going. And do you need another appointment? And they make another appointment for me. So that's the last tip, is make sure your patients know you care about them and show them that you care by reaching out and staying in touch with them, regardless of what the problem is. I hope you find this video useful to put yourself in the shoes of the patient. And like the other video I mentioned was information overload. Go and have a look at that. Watch that video as well. Only goes for about 4 minutes. And it's just talking about not giving too much information. The last thing I just want to give a plug is my upcoming 2-day podiatry business reboot, which will be in Cairns on the 26th and 27th of July 2024. It is going to be fantastic. I did the last live one in Brisbane last year, and it was so good. I'm adding all this new information in. So even if you've done the reboot before, maybe a couple of years ago, because we started it in 2020, and you're thinking, wouldn't mind doing it again, I tell you right now, register for the live one in Cairns. It is going to be a lot of fun. And the good part is my wife was with me when I actually do this event, which means you get to hear things not just from my point of view, but you also get to hear what it was like with my wife working at the front desk when I come up with my crazy ideas and we would start implementing things. So you're actually getting to hear it from both sides, which makes it a really unique event. So as I said, I hope you like this video. Think like a patient and put yourself in their shoes. And I will have more videos for you next week. My goal is to keep producing more videos that I think that you will like. So love your feedback. If you get the opportunity, send me an email, tf@tysonfranklin.com. And with the 2-day reboot, just go to my website, tysonfranklin.com, click on events, and all the information is there. Okay, bye.